Hello everybody. It's 10:30 p.m. on Monday, June 29th my time, but in the rest of the world or the rest of the trading world, it's Tuesday, 6:30 GMT time. London's going to be opening here in the next couple hours. Nothing really setting up that I'm seeing. Well, at least as far as the couple of setups that I generally look for, either a tight range trading right now is not really happening anywhere. No consolidations or wedges really forming. Nothing clearly anyway at this point. So I just thought I'd go over the trades not trades, but the setups that I pointed out earlier going into Tokyo. I talked about, the mainly reason I pointed out this consolidation here on the Canadian was on Forex Factory yesterday. Just had a question about consolidations and I'm not a licensed professional teacher or anything like that, but maybe I'm not getting my point across or whatnot. But I just wanted to point out again because this was a really pretty setup. I mean, this is a nice triangle formation, an arrow basically. Looks like an arrowhead basically. I like to see it filled up and slowly squeeze and compact. And I warned that the the USD CAD doesn't trade very much during the Tokyo session. This doesn't seem to get a lot of play. But it was a break and a little move. There was about 60 down to about 40. So there was about a 20 pip move, with spreads and everything else. Could have picked up 10, 15 pips maybe on that. Nothing exciting, but this was just a nice clear setup, and that's why I wanted to point it out. Just a nice tight, like I said, it starts off in a range, and you can, once in a while, just looking at charts, you'll slowly develop an eye for them, but they're always good for a little break. Even a scalp or something. What I recommend is, if you want to learn how to use these setups that I'm showing, is go ahead and just start trying to pick them out and draw them. Usually they're only over a few hour period. This one looks like I'm not going to bother counting, but it looks like it's about 10, 12 hours. Usually sometimes they're a lot shorter, usually 8, maybe even 6 hours. The consolidations or the squeezing into a wedge usually happens just over a few hours, and like I said, it's in that lull period before Tokyo Open and the London Open. So anyway, just wanted to point that out. That's the consolidation squeeze. So when I talk about a consolidation squeeze, this is it. The triangular formation. To me, it looks like an arrowhead or an arrow that's pointing, and it just kind of squeezes down into the middle instead of pushing one way or the other. It squeezes right down into the middle. And that's what I learned was a consolidation. So I call them consolidations from just what I've learned through the different lessons and courses I've taken. Here we go with the Euro US dollar setup. I was pointing out a wedge setting up on this one. I didn't put a bottom line in, but I'll go ahead and put it in now so you can see it. About 40.70, it was starting to compact down, finding resistance here support at 40.71. Usually I like to see it squeeze down a little tighter, but at the Tokyo Open, when all these other pairs broke, this one broke too. Made a nice run up there to the trend line and then broke through and made from 80 to 24, 45 pip run for Tokyo session. Actually 40, 50 pips is a decent move. So just another trade setup that usually always breaks one way or other. That's why you guys if you want to learn these, you're gonna have to start drawing these out or trying to recognize them. And like I said, I prefer the 1 hour charts, at least to find the setups. If you want to draw the setup and find it in the 1 hour, and then change your chart to like a 15-minute, you can do that. So you can see it here. And the same thing, I just like working with the 1 hour. It's just what I've basically learned how to hunt these down on back in my learning days of learning this spotting this type of formation. So anyway, that's the Euro US dollar. Made a nice little break there, and I didn't have time to post this just because of the time constraint. I have to keep videos under 10 minutes to post on YouTube without having to break them up. So anyway, I'm trying to find. Oh, there was a slight tightening right in this area here. You can draw it from that. I try not to put too much of an angle. On the consolidation wedges. There's, otherwise you can. It really wasn't squeezing into a wedge or consolidation. It was more of like a really tight little range. Well, either way, any way you look at it. It did break out of the range. It broke out of the consolidation squeeze there. Either way, it still would have made the break. And this was near the Tokyo Open, and it made the break up for. This one was a little better run here. About 60 pips, 65 pips on that one. So, and then. Trying to think what else I had pointed out. I think that was it. Going into London here, not a lot of setups going on. There's a slight squeeze happening on this cable on the pound dollar a little bit. That's the only thing I'm seeing as far as a squeeze in the price. Well, it's just what I look for is a squeeze in the price, and then the shape is secondary, whether it's just a tight range moving parallel, or the triangle, or the wedge squeezing down or up into a wedge against a support or resistance line. But what you're basically looking is for the price action to start compacting into a smaller range. You want to see these candles and wicks get shorter and shorter. It's basically what you're looking for. And then when the market opens, volumes are going to kick in, and it's going to kick one way or the other. It might just be a fast move, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. That's why you got to just learn these patterns and watch price action. And just get a feel for it till you get comfortable with it. I've been watching these for a few years now, and I'm comfortable with it. You're just going to have to build a comfort level for yourself when looking for these trades. But otherwise, guys, going into London, I'm not seeing much. Clear these out of the way. This is our most active pair here, pound yen. Not seeing anything real great. It is starting to squeeze down to this line, but the next hour is usually when something happens. So that's why I'm not looking particularly as a wedge or anything like that, because it's just going to be too tight. So anyway, guys, I don't have any more words of wisdom right now. So I'll get this posted, and I'll be posting again tomorrow at Tokyo. And if I see any setups forming over the next few hours, I will let you know on the blog. Take care.